All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Tonya. This is a comeback yoga all levels class. If you are an experienced yoga practitioner, then this is a good place for you to be. If you are brand new, beginner, this is also a good place to be. The bottom line is that I'll be showing some variations of different postures and knowing that you also have sovereignty over your own body and your choices. So, if at any point something feels too overwhelming or too intense or too difficult, then back off. Or if it feels not strong enough or not difficult enough, then you can make it more difficult for yourself, more challenging. So, this 45-minute class, it will go like this. We're going to start with a little bit of warm up and then some standing poses. And then we'll be coming back to the ground for um, some stretching and then some meditation relaxation at the end for about 10 minutes. So, what you'll need today is a yoga mat, if you have a yoga mat or an exercise mat. It just helps to kind of give you a little bit of grip for your feet and a little cushioning between you and the floor. If you could place your mat in the same orientation as mine, so the long edge running parallel to the screen, that way we'll be able to orient a little bit more mirroring. I will be referring to this side of the room as the window and this side of the room as the plants. You'll also need a large bath towel, beach towel, or a small blanket, like a throw. And that's all you need today, and an open mind and readiness to practice, to come to find resiliency and recovery, and wherever you are, wherever you are in the world, whatever stage of life you're in, whatever experience you have, I welcome you. If you're not familiar with Comeback Yoga is a nonprofit organization in Denver, Colorado, and we offer in person and online classes. These online classes are available to you 24 hours a day and, and can meet you wherever you are. We have practices for beginners, for more experienced practitioners looking for more of a challenge. We have slow, gentle yoga. We have just meditation, all kinds of things to support you for as long as you like. All right. So, unless there's any questions or you have any comments, we'll go ahead and get started coming down onto our back, maybe using that blanket or towel underneath your head or under your torso. And just getting comfortable just for a couple moments. So maybe legs are straight, maybe they're bent, whatever it is that feels best for you right now. And we'll just take a moment to maybe sigh and just noticing and allowing your body to be breathed. Noticing that your breath is something that happens automatically. However, when we are stressed, either mentally or physically or emotionally, the stress response will cause our breath to be quicker, more shallow, and if we are in a state of lethargy, apathy, maybe even mild depression, our breath might be really slow. We also might have difficulty taking in air. So let's just meet ourselves wherever we are, whether our breath is shallow, meaning on the upper chest only, or deeper in the lower chest or even the side ribs, front ribs. And we're going to try to even it out a little bit. So, meeting you, whether your breath is short and shallow or deep and long. Let's see if we can alter our breath a little bit here. So, we'll do 5 count inhale with a pause and a 5 count exhale with a pause. So, just emptying the next breath. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just come to a natural breath now, just noticing any shifts or changes in your breath, either the duration, the intensity, the smoothness. And then bringing your arms out to the sides, bend your knees, walk your feet in, and move your knees to one side and then to the other. You can turn your head in the opposite direction, side to side. You can go slow or you can go fast. And then coming back to center, straighten out your legs and take a full body stretch. Toes to fingers. And then walk your arms and legs over to one side of your mat. Maybe your arms are down to your sides or up overhead, whatever feels best on your shoulders. And really reach out now through that long side foot. And then go to the other side. Reaching out through the foot. And rolling onto your side, facing the long edge of your mat and facing the screen. We'll take the top foot into or towards the upper leg, and then we'll move here. So bring your leg up, in and down. You can use your hand in front for a little bit more support. And then we'll go the other way. And then placing your foot to the inner leg, press down. Maybe your top arm comes up towards the ceiling or up alongside your ear. And then lower your hand down back to the floor and move your knee front to back, front to back. And then bring your knee down out in front of you. Take your top arm, circle. Circle the other way. If you have any issues with your shoulder, just keep your hand on your shoulder. All right, and then straighten out your legs, roll to your stomach. It's more of a crawl, I guess. Place your hands under your head and start to press your hips down, lift your torso and legs, and lower down. One more time. Lift up, keeping your head and hands together, and lower down. Good. And now turn your head towards the screen, keeping your head on your hand. Lift your elbow and your head simultaneously and come down. So you're pressing down into the opposite hand. So lift up and lower down. 2 more times. Lift up and down. Last one. Lift up and down. Now turn your head to the other side, placing your hand under your head, and lift your arm. Come up and down, lifting your head and torso at the same time, up and down. 3 more times. Lift up and down. 2 and 1. Come on down, resting your head on the back of your hands. And then press up to tabletop. Hands under the shoulders. Then move through your spine, your head, and your neck. Maybe looking forward, back, or up. Adding the head movement. If that feels okay on your neck and the shoulders. And then come back to child's pose, bringing the hips towards the heels. If this bothers your knees or your legs, then don't go down as low. Maybe use the blanket under the knees. And then coming up and turning so that you're facing the camera or the screen again. And we'll come onto the side and we'll find the straight legs here. Get really long on your underside. Use your top hand for stability and take your top leg up, down, and around. Switch. And then placing your foot on your leg somewhere. Maybe it's on your lower leg. And bring your top arm up if that feels okay. And then lowering your hand down. Bring your foot out in front or on your leg and move it down and up towards the floor and then the ceiling. And then keeping your knee out in front, take your top arm, hand to shoulder, and circle your arm. And circle the other way. All right. And then come onto your stomach again. And turn your head towards the screen. And you're going to lift the leg that's away from the screen and lower it down. Push down into your foot and head, and down, and up, and down. Last one, up and down. Good. Switch sides. Turn your head and then lift and lower. Other leg lifting and lowering. And then come back to center, forehead down. Take your legs maybe just a little bit wider than the hips. Keep your head and your hands together. Lift your legs and your torso. Lower down. Press your hips down and lift everything else up. Come down one more time. Press down and lift up. Good. And bring your hands behind your shoulders. Press up to tabletop. Here, if you'd like to pad the knees, do so. And moving through some of the spinal flexion and extension. And then pressing to downward facing dog. So lifting your hips up, reaching through the legs and arms. And walk your hands back to your feet or towards your feet. Maybe bending the knees. You can have your hands or your elbows on your knees for support. All right. And move the blanket off to the side and come all the way up to standing. All right. So facing the screen or the long edge of your mat, here it might be helpful to bring your hand to a sturdy table or piece of furniture or something. We're going to take one leg. So I'm going to use the leg that's closest to these plants. And we'll just rotate, just kind of like we did when we were on our side. That's kind of moving that knee out. And now let's change directions, moving it around and around. Good. And then just walking it out. So toes, heel, toe, heels. It kind of looks like I don't have feet. My socks matching the mat. Okay. And let's do the other side. So again, maybe needing to have something to hold on to here. Get really tall. And then knee. Switch directions. You could keep your foot on the floor if that's better. All right, good. And then walk it out. All right, so take your feet out nice and wide. I'll take my socks off so that I can actually see my feet. All right. Okay, feet out wide. And bring your arms out about shoulder height. Turn your leg out. So you're turning towards the window here. We're going to come into warrior two, coming down and then straighten back up and down, straighten back up, down and up. One more time, down and up. Good. Bring your hands in front of your heart and turn your other leg out. Push down, get tall, open the arms and bend and straighten. So you want to have that shin vertical. Push into both feet. And last one. Good. And bring your hands together, parallel your feet. Bring your arms up, maybe up overhead or here if that feels better. And then you're going to side bend. So reaching one arm up, side bend other way. Push down into those feet. Reach up and up. And last one. All right, good. And we'll walk the feet together or hop together and walk it out. All right, so finding again a sturdy object, hands to maybe the hips, one hand to the hip, one hand to the sturdy object. And we'll do this leg rotation again. Maybe your toes on the floor again, or maybe you're lifting your leg. Good. And let's go the other way. All right. And now coming into tree pose. So that same foot, the heel is on the ankle, or maybe your foot comes up, or maybe it comes up even higher. So you decide, and maybe one hand is out for counterbalance, or maybe both arms up. Or you can have one hand in front, one hand, or both hands. And challenge yourself, pushing down into your standing foot and getting really tall. See if you can lift that foot even off the floor, even for a split second. Good. And then bring your knee back to center. A little side bend, toes down to the floor. So side bending away from the bent knee and come down. Good. All right, walk away or walk it out, I mean. All right, I'm coming, we'll do the other side. So again, either toes to the floor, just kind of circling that hip, other way. All right, and then get really tall. Open up that knee, foot above the knee, below the knee. Choosing a different any arm position, hand position. Get really tall, like you're trying to press your head up into the ceiling, pushing your bottom foot into the floor. And bring your knee to center. Reach up and take a side bend here, over to the side and back up. Good. All right, let's just finish off our standing here. So again, taking the legs out nice and wide and bringing those arms into cactus arms, or maybe they're up overhead. Let's do our side bending, up and up and up. And then we'll come into triangle now. So keeping this arm up, turn that same leg out and keep it long as you reach towards the plants and then have it come down. Top arm comes up. You can be here if that's better. You can be here or here. Good. And then bend the knee, come up. That was a good stretch, huh? Okay. Reach this arm up, taking the side bend this way, and then turn your leg out. Keep that length and come down and open the arms, opening up the legs. Push down, reach up, and come on down. Good. Hands to your legs and hold on, maybe coming halfway, maybe to the shins, maybe to the ankles, or maybe to the floor. Walk over towards the window, so kind of coming into a lunge, and step back. Bring your knees down or keep them lifted for a plank. Option is to even come down onto the forearms and then maybe lifting the knees. So you have those options. And let's hold for 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the knees down, coming into Sphinx pose, parallel the forearms, or if you're ready for a cobra or an upward dog, and then lower all the way down. Pressing yourself back up, and we'll come into child's pose. So the knees going out wide, toes maybe together, and releasing those hips down towards the heels, forehead down, reaching the arms forward. can go ahead and press yourself up and shift your weight to the side and grab your towel or your blanket and take your seat on it. And I'm going to straighten out one leg. It doesn't matter which leg. The other knee is going to come on top. So your foot coming out to the side and maybe your knees sliding together. Maybe not. And we'll hold this here. This is a good stretch for the hips. Your hands can come back behind you for a little bit more sensation, and you can kind of hinge forward. Another option is to tuck your bottom knee under so your knees are stacked and your feet are outside of your hips. If that doesn't feel good on your knees, then just keep those legs, that bottom leg straight. And we'll take 2, 3 more breaths here. You can increase the intensity or decrease the intensity, whatever it is that you need. Good. And then come on up. Take your top leg, opposite hand, and grab your foot. So I'm going to straighten your leg out in front. And maybe you sit up taller to send the leg a little straighter, maybe not. And then turn. Maybe your hand comes behind, or maybe your arm goes straight out to the side. Good. And come on around. Now, taking your ankle to your knee, hands can come behind. This might be plenty here. You could also slide your foot in. Sitting tall, good hip stretch, another good hip stretch. If you want a little bit more, maybe your foot comes in and your hips come closer to your heel. But do what you can and work with what you've got. All right, come on down and switch legs. So straightening out, stacking the knees here. So it might require just a little bit of finagling and using any kind of support you like. All right, coming up, grabbing a hold of your foot with the opposite hand, and maybe you keep your knee bent, or maybe your arm and leg length coincide to straighten out. A lot of yoga is proportion. There's a lot of practice. There's some art and science all woven into one. And come around, bringing your ankle now onto your knee. Figure 4. And release. Straighten both legs, but maybe there's a little bend in the knees. And just kind of maybe snuggle in, coming onto your legs, maybe reaching for the feet, the ankles. This might be where you stay as long as you have some support in your torso, for your torso. Otherwise, you might be able to start to walk the legs a little straighter, supporting your torso with your legs. And then coming all the way up, coming off of your blanket or towel. And I'll invite you to have it about as wide as your mat, if not a little bit longer, and then roll it so you have kind of something that looks like this. And the skinniest edge, so for me, it's going to be this bottom edge here. I'm going to place that behind me. So it's going to support the spine and come on down with the support of your hands. Coming on down, maybe supporting your head with the back edge. So you want to make sure that you feel comfortable here. And then take your elbows, if it's okay, either straight out to the side or bending them with the hands kind of close to the ears. And we'll hold this for about a minute. So, adjusting, or if you don't like it at all, then remove it. And now for the next 30 seconds, turn your head to one side and the opposite arm, turn that palm down. The hand that you're looking at, turn that palm up. And then switching sides. And then coming back to center and just actually rolling off of your towel or blanket. If you like, place it under your neck or head and hug your knees to your chest. And then bring your hands behind your head and kind of lift your head up and just kind of rock side to side. And then lift one knee towards the opposite elbow. Switch. 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 Last one on each side. And then come on down. Full body stretch here, reaching out through the arms and legs. If you have low back pain, you could take your blanket and place it underneath your knees. And we've arrived in our final relaxation. So you want to get comfortable into a place you could sustain for about 10 minutes. So maybe you're sitting up, maybe you're lying on your side, maybe even on your stomach. It can be very calming to the nervous system, being on your side or on your stomach. I'll be sitting up to guide you in today's relaxation session or portion of the class. So once you find that comfortable position, notice your breath. Does it feel fuller? Do you feel it more? Lower? Or do you notice it? Just feeling your body breathe and just allowing yourself to come to a state of relaxation and ease. Noticing the inside of your mouth, the upper and lower jaw, your left ear, your right ear, the center of your throat as the air passes across, your left shoulder, your right shoulder, your left arm, your right arm, your left hand, your right hand, your torso, your back, your left leg, your right leg, your left foot, and your right foot. Noticing your whole body, both feet, both legs, torso, back, arms, hands, neck, head. And then noticing your whole body from the head, the shoulders, the torso, arms, legs, and feet. Breathing in, whole body. Breathing out, whole body. Breathing in, I am. Breathing out, here. Breathing in, I am. Breathing out, here. Breathing in, I am. Breathing out, here. Keep going, maybe 3 more times at your own pace. Just feeling your body in this relaxed state of ease and comfort, just as you are. And begin now to return to the sound of my voice, the sounds within your surroundings, distant sounds. Noticing any other sensations, welcoming your senses. If your eyes are open, pick out something within your surroundings, something you might pick up on, textures, colors. Using the five senses to bring yourself back online. These senses can be used anytime you feel overwhelmed or you're just welcoming yourself back into a state of the rest of your day. So if you are ready to emerge, find some movement and join me in a seated position if you like, and we'll close our time together. If you'd like to, bring your hands together in front of your heart in this gesture of reverence and respect for sovereignty, for choices, both on and off the mat. I wish you wellness, and I'll see you next time. Take good care. From all of us at the Comeback Yoga community, we're so grateful to have your support, to have your service. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you'll get notified. You can click on the button below. You can also click on the link below to um, find out more about us here at Comeback Yoga. You can also use the link to donate. We appreciate each and every one of you in so many ways. Take good care of yourself. Until next time.